What is up, Pokefans? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and welcome to Season 7, where we build a team from scratch to hit the Master Ranks. And unfortunately, there's a regional playing today. I wasn't aware that the Milwaukee Regional for Pokemon VGC was happening today. So that's going to be a thing, but I will make sure to have your second video for Saturday. So first of all, happy Saturday. I hope you guys have a wonderful day out today. Second thing, the rankings for our ranked battle hasn't updated, so I don't believe I miscounted. I even went back and checked the recording once more and counted 5 different battles. So for some reason, Season 7 seems to have some sort of glitch to where it doesn't update correctly, which is really funny because it should have just updated correctly. But we didn't make a lot of changes to the team. As a matter of fact, we didn't make any just because of the fact that this has been bothering me all night long. And by the time I got done filming and editing the first video, it was 3 in the morning and I needed to be up early later on today so I can go to a birthday party. So I'm recording the episode now, and by the time that you guys will see it, it'll been after the festivities of this afternoon. So you'll see it later on this evening. And then we'll take a break for Sunday, and then you guys will have more Pokemon for Monday and throughout the week. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get in our first double battle of the day. We're going to be doing 5 matches today, like last time. That way we can keep up with the matches and all. So let's get it in. Alrighty, so our first match is ready to go. We've got Armarouge, Dash Bun, that's interesting, Dragonite, Iron Hands, not Hariyama. Wow, I can't remember his Hawlucha. That's it. Wow, and Indeedee. Okay, so we will have a little bit to worry about for not Ceruledge, but Armarouge, because he does know Trick Room. He knows also Wide Guard, and because Indeedee is in the field, we do have the Expanding Force open that does tend to wreck quite a bit of teams. However, we are not set to have anyone with a lot of speed, so we don't have to go in with Torkoal and Jumpluff. Instead, we'll go in with the Jumpluff so that we can get our Tailwind up, and we can go in with Great Tusk. I think that'll be like a really good compromise to that. And then let's see, we do have a fighting type, so it wouldn't be good to bring in Chien-Pao, but Ice Spinner would take away from the priority moves. But as long as that we're on the ground, we're gonna be fine. So we're gonna bring in Torkoal and Fluttermane. I only have 4 seconds left, so I had to pick. But we're going to bring in Torkoal, that way we can have stuff in the back in the event that we can, move in to better graces with like Great Tusk and Fluttermane. So let's get it started. So Indeedee, Armarouge. It's cool. And we're going to go ahead and get started off with our Pokemon here with Jumpluff and Great Tusk. Now, we can sleep our first turn, which I think I'm gonna do. No. We don't want to do that. We're gonna go ahead and Sleep Powder the Indeedee, and we're going to Headlong Rush the Armarouge. I think that's because we're fearing that Expanding Force is gonna come out, so Indeedee gets switched out, which is totally fine. For Dash Bun. Dash Bun's gonna go to sleep here in just a minute. So that could be a Lava Plume coming out from Armarouge. He's gonna go to Grass Terra, which is why we didn't go to that, but it does make Headlong Rush weaker. Does the Lava Plume to get the Well-Baked Body from Dash Bun to go up 2 stages, which will do a lot of damage for Jumpluff and critical on the Great Tusk, which is a terrible thing to have. But now Dash Bun's asleep. Headlong Rush right into Armarouge, which isn't going to do a whole lot. But not a bad combo, if I say so myself. Not a bad combo. We'll use the Eject Pack to get Great Tusk out of there. I mean, Torkoal is a good option, but Dash Bun is out there and will unfortunately not take a whole lot of damage. It's got +2 speed, or defenses, I'm sorry. We're gonna go ahead and we can use Pollen Puff on Armarouge. He doesn't have anything too fast for me to not be able to counter. So we'll do that. And then we'll get set up with Helping Hand. Why not? Well, Helping Hand Jump Up. Let's see if that does a little bit more damage for Pollen Puff. It kind of does, but not enough. And Jump Bluff goes down. I mean, Dash Buns is kind of getting bulky. His defenses are really high. So I think... Oh, what do I do? It's a good question. Yeah, we'll do that. I think Fluttermane's going to be the best option here. Okay, now we will go ahead and Terra to Dazzling Gleam, and we will Helping Hand the Fluttermane. I think that's the best option that I have for this particular squad. Jump Bluff's now gone, so we don't get the speed boosts. So it's not doubled, but we do need to put in a lot of offensive pressure now. Dash Bun's +6, they're +4 now. And I can't use any attacking moves until he gets off the field. So Dash Bun is asleep. Oh, that's funny. Is he... Well-baked body. Oh, interesting. Okay. So Dazzling Gleam from Helping Hand Torkoal is going to do a lot of damage. Let's see how much. It will get the double KO for sure. It took a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, but we did get it. Eventually, we got it. But I'm going to have to write that down wherever I put my... Oh, there it is. So Dash Bun and Armarouge is faster than Fluttermane? That's... Okay. Okay. I will have to mark that down. It's really, really interesting. Who else is faster than Fluttermane? But Fluttermane's stats... I have it written down here. Fluttermane has 173 speed at level 50. Oops, that's probably terrible to the mic. So that's interesting. We're gonna Dazzling Gleam again, and we're gonna Helping Hand the Fluttermane again. Still, I mean, because why not? So, oh, acrobatics does a lot, and again, Hawlucha's faster than Fluttermane. That's again, it's really, really interesting. And Heal Pulse, which will not do anything. But now we come in with Great Tusk, and we're kind of in trouble here, kind of. This is a good question. What do we do? There's no effect there. Not very effective. We're going to close combat the Indeedee, and yeah, why not? Heat Wave. Okay, follow me from the Indeedee. That's totally fine. I mean, we're going to knock off anything that you have anyway. Oh, the acrobatics is just barely not knocking out Torkoal. But now we get to see what we have. And Heat Wave will come in and do quite a bit of damage to both. I like that. I like that a lot. And sunlight has faded, so photosynthesis has also gone off. And now the weirdness has also disappeared. Okay, not very effective. I have not very effective stuff against this Pokemon, so let's go. You know what? Let's ooh. He outspeeds both. I don't think Protect is like the best option here, at least not for... I mean, we could do Knock Off. It doesn't lower down my defenses. We'll Protect with the Torkoal. He probably will go into that. Oh, he also protected. That's cool. This is the kind of thing that we wanted to prevent. I didn't want to go 1-2 into one thing, and 2, not give him an out of creating an outline. So I kind of did create one for him, unfortunately, but I can go with the Helping Hand to give Great Tusk a little bit more athleticism, I guess. Hopefully it'll do enough. Drain Punch on the Torkoal will not do very much because it's only 3 HP, so he'll go up very slightly. See, slightly. He should have went after Great Tusk, but it's not a bad like turnaround. But that's not doing hardly anything either, unfortunately. Dang. I guess well no, because he doesn't have an item. That would have done more if he had an item. I don't really want to drop any stats. If I do, it's going to be a guaranteed knockout. You know what? We'll give it a try. We'll have to. Acrobatics. Oh, he'll survive. Or he'll die. Never mind. I lost, but that's okay. That's totally fine. Yes, continue battling. Oh, there it is. There. Wait, what? It's still 10 and... Did I? No, I couldn't have only done 4 matches yesterday. That's stupid. Here we go. We've got Fluttermane, Tatsugiri, Iron Valiant, Dodonzo, Flamingo, and Garganacl. That's really, really interesting. All right, so let's see here. What do I do for this particular team? I mean, Iron Valiant has been used to be the supporter Pokemon. Flamingo copies random stuff. I kind of don't like that, but we need to come in with Jumpluff, and this is kind of like really, really slow Pokemon, except for Tatsugiri and Fluttermane. So I think we'll go in with the Fluttermane mix here, and then we will bring in... ooh, this is a good question. There's a lot of flying types. By fly a lot, I mean just the one. Should I bring in Gyarados here? I mean, he would take out Garganacl quite a bit. And I think, no, these are all special attackers. We'll bring in Torkoal. I'm running out of time. Okay, so we need to look at Dash Buns speed, Hawlucha speed, and we need to look at armor speed. Okay. So now with this, we can get kind of set up. We've got Garganacl and what's on the other side? Garganacl and Dodonzo. There we go. Okay, so we could go ahead and get started off with like the Tailwind, but I think the best option here is to go ahead and sleep the... Well, it might be best. We're gonna sleep the Garganacl first, and then we're going to Thunderbolts into the Dodonzo. He will probably swap into Tatsugiri, but he doesn't, and I go for the Thunderbolt first. Takes about 2/3. He will get hit with the Weakness Policy. Raises attack 2 stages, so now if he switches into the Tatsugiri, he will be 2 stages up further, so he'll be +4 instead of the +2, which is really, really good if you ask me. But Garganacl is asleep. He'll use Avalanche on Jumpluff, which will knock him out, unfortunately. I was able to get one sleep powder off, but it's really weird that Dodonzo has avalanche. So now we'll bring out Gyarados to lower down their attack. You know, we'll lower it down one stage. And make Garganacl kind of useless. But we will go ahead and Waterfall the Garganacl and Thunderbolt the Dodonzo. Calculating. What do we do here? What do we do here? All right, he's gonna Terra. Interesting. And it's Dodonzo. That's kind of a terrible choice if you ask me. It's gonna be ground, so it makes him immune to Thunderbolt, which is totally fine, I guess. I mean, it stops me from knocking him out, so I guess it's not that bad, but in comparison between the two, I think having him, like, go now is terrible. Oh, hey! Neat! Fluttermane will actually survive a heavy slam. I thought that he never survives anything because the difference is freaking huge. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and Dragon Dance the Gyarados, and we will Terra, Dazzling Gleam. Oh no, never mind, we won't. We'll swap Fluttermane out for Torkoal instead. We're going to do this instead because I need to be able to get him off the field, or at least Fluttermane off the field. And with Dragon Dance, we'll get +1 speed and +1 attack. Because I want to use my Terra for another Pokemon. But Recover will take him back up to full. Does Dodonzo have Sleep Talk? He does. What do you use? Avalanche. Which won't do as much, but it'll work. I wonder if Taunt will stop it. I'm going to taunt the Garganacl for sure. And then I'm going to Eruption. Because why not? Eruption is fun. So I'm going to stop you from doing your shenanigans, including Recover. Ooh, Sleep Talk fails? Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. We'll use Earthquake. Won't affect Gyarados, but will hit Torkoal for quite a bit. Will not get the KO, but it does weaken him and his Eruption. Salt Cure will now go on to the Gyarados, which will do damage. So that's terrible. And here comes the Eruption. And won't do a whole lot. Now Gyarados is on a timer. Terrible timer, but Citrus Berry will get him back. Okay, so we're going to Waterfall. And we're going to hit Garganacl. And we're going to Helping Hand the Gyarados. That's what we're going to do. I mean, you can still use Sleep Talk, but... Oh, Garganacl swapped. And he throws out Iron Violent. Okay. And Quark Drive. So he's got the booster energy. The speed was heightened. I use Helping Hand. Here comes the Waterfall. Right into that slot, which isn't going to do a whole lot of damage. Aha. And he uses Earthquake, which doesn't affect Gyarados. But it will knock out Torkoal and almost knock out his own Pokemon Iron Valiant. Like I said, Gyarados is on a timer. He's going to get hit a lot with Salt Cure. So now we've got a very interesting decision here. I don't think that we're going to pull the W from this, but we're going to do our best. Spirosynthesis now activates for our side. We're going to go ahead and use Waterfall on that. Terra, Dazzling Gleam, and hit both of them with a super boosted Fairy type Flutter Mane, which may or may not outspeed the rest of his team, but we'll see. We are spec'd, so we're kind of living on borrowed time right now. Shadow Sneak. Nope. That'll take out the Flutter Mane. Oh, that stinks. That's okay though. So match 2, 0 and 2. Iron Valiant. Not bad. Like I said, we're still gathering data to see what we can do and make changes to the game. That way, or not to the game, but to the team. That way we can be a little bit more efficient. I still am a little mad that I lost one of my matches. I'm actually really mad about that. Because, oh, look, it still says like I haven't had 10 matches. This is number 12. Well, going to be 13. Okay, so our next match is up. We've got Talonflame, Grimmsnarl, Fluttermane, Great Tusk, Golduck, and Golden Go. Very interesting team here. So we will probably have Tailwind user, so we have to get ours in. We could have someone bring in the Sun from Grimmsnarl, so that's really, really interesting. We'll probably need to bring in Gyarados as well. Probably have to bring in our own Fluttermane too. And just for safety, we'll bring in Chien Pao. Because Talonflame's flying, it's also fire. We don't want to bring in Great Tusk. We don't have Earthquake, we don't have Rock Slide, but we do have Gyarados. So we'll bring that in for this team. And we're leaving Torkoal in the back. In the event that he does bring out Grimmsnarl, then they can set up the Sun and I can kind of sit pretty. But as for right now, I'll just let them worry about it. Talonflame, Great Tusk. Okay. Saw that coming. Now in this situation, Jumpluff is kind of in a terrible spot. So Booster Energy on Great Tusk will higher its effectiveness, but it's also going to be pretty bad. But we'll go ahead and do the Tailwind, and we will then taunt Talonflame. Because we know how to deal with, Talonflame. He could do Brave Bird, but it's not going to do a whole lot. And he could also do Will-O-Wisp. But again, it's not going to do a whole lot. Because essentially what you want to do is set up the Tailwind, which is what he did, and I'm going to do the same. And I'm also going to shut him off for his own taunt after that. Right now, Great Tusk can't do anything, so I'm just going to sit here and look pretty. And then I'm just going to go ahead and Sleep Powder, because, why not? What would I like to do? I think Dragon Dance might be the best option here, because right now Great Tusk can't hurt me outside of, close combat. So if he knows Headlong Rush or Earthquake, it does nothing to my side of the field. So right now, Great Tusk isn't doing anything. Talonflame is a little bit to worry about, at least to Jumpluff, because it is still grass flying. But I could sleep it and make it not do stuff for a while. It will Brave Bird into Gyarados, break his own Gale Wings, Sleep Powder into that slot. Again, totally fine. And Smart Strike. Okay. I don't know what Smart Strike does, but I have Covert Cloak, so if it had a secondary effect, it doesn't do anything. But I'm going to give myself a +1 in attack and speed. And I'm going to go ahead and sleep the Great Tusk. And then I'm just going to waterfall the Talonflame, because why not? I think Great Tusk is a little bit... Okay, never mind. Battle was canceled. I slept one of your dudes. You couldn't finish out the battle. I've seen this screen before, and it didn't seem to do anything. Oh, now you'll do it. Next matches up, we've got Abomasnow, Scythin, Volcarona, Sandy Shocks, Azumarill, and Iron Hands. All of these Pokemon are incredibly slow, except for Scythin and Volcarona. Volcarona knows Tailwind, and Scythin knows the, I think it's called Snow Rush or Slush or whatever like that. It doubles when it's in the particular weather. So we might have a Weather War in our hands. So we'll bring in Torkoal, Jumpluff, because, I mean, Jumpluff might actually be the worst one, but we need it. In case if we, I think we're gonna need to open up with that. We'll bring in Great Tusk and Fluttermane. I think it's gonna be the best choice out of this group here. So none of the Terra choices that I had for Jumpluff would have made sense in the last battle. So maybe we should invest in something a little bit different. Possibly like maybe water. But they will open up with Sandy Shocks and Iron Hands. Both shiny, looking fabulous as always. Okay, so Torkoal is going to go ahead and protect here, and we're going to go ahead and Sleep Powder the, I want to say Sandy Shocks. I think that's the best course of action here. We are part flying, but we do leave ourselves open for Iron Hands. So yeah, we'll sleep Sandy Shocks. They will Terra. Is it Sandy Shocks? It is Sandy Shocks. Is it Grass? It is Ice. So he has Abomasnow in the back. I'm gonna protect. And Fake Out goes into the Torkoal. Does. Interesting, but I will Sleep Powder and it will fail. So it avoided the attack. Terra Blast into Jumpluff. That's ×4. And that's gonna get to KO. So now we're gonna come in with the Fluttermane. We made the gamble. We should have done Tailwind, but we made the gamble, and that's all that really matters. We're gonna Helping Hand the Fluttermane, and we're going to just do this and hope for the best. Hero Water. Helping Hand. And Dazzling Gleam. Here we go. We'll get the double KO. Let's go. Super strong. Oh, and there's a spider in my room. That's neat. I think I got it. I think I killed it. Okay. Abomasnow. And Scythin. Both shinies. Congratulations. Here comes the snow warning, which is neat. And Protosynthesis now wears off. So I'm going to swap out and do Great Tusk, which is a terrible choice, but it's definitely better than what I've got. Well, wait. Is it best to do that? Well, they've got... I think I'm faster? You know what? I'll give it a try. I'll give it a shot. Let's see what happens, guys. Helping hand on Fluttermane. Because, like, none of those two are going to do a whole lot to Torkoal. Stamping Destruction, Stomping Tamper does not KO the Fluttermane because he is bulky. But I will barely get the KO on Saitan. And Abomasnow holds on just because of Focus Sash. This is amazing. And Abomasnow uses Aurora Veil. Oh, that's neat. Okay. Gets resistance to both physical and special type moves. We'll go ahead and do Eruption just because we can. And Dazzling Gleam because also we can. Battle is canceled. Never mind. We will not do any one of those things. Jesus, that's so strong. Even without the sun, it is super strong. Are we, is it taking a while to load up? Ah, there we go. 3 days. Not 3 days. 1,000 points. Let's go. Continue battling. We're halfway through. Once more. Match number 5. Let's see. Our final match of the day is finally here. We've got Ting-Lu, Mousehold, Screamtail, Scizor, Tatsugiri, and Dodonzo. So we have the sushi build, the obnoxious one-hitter for Bullet Punch, Screamtail, which says no to a lot of things, Ting-Lu, and Mousehold, which also says no to a lot of things. So Torkoal isn't going to be useful here. So I think Jumpluff, Chien-Pao might be like the most useful combo in the beginning. And then we'll size it up with a Great Tusk in the back. And just to be funny, we'll bring in Gyarados. I mean, why not? I think in episode 3, when you guys will see this on, or not this video, because we're currently on episode 3, but episode 4, with the video that you'll see on Monday, we will start changing Terra types and seeing which one fits better with the team. So we have Ting-Lu and Mousehold, kind of for like foreshadowed event here that I saw. That's cool. And we are faster than both of these Pokemon on our side, so we're going to go ahead and just Sleep Power the Ting-Lu, and we're going to Sacred Sword into Mousehold. I think that's the option here. Okay. Daytera, it is going to be the Ting-Lu. Is it grass? It is not. It's rock. Okay. Follow Me will go into the Mousehold, which unfortunately... Oh no, Sacred Sword will go into that slot, which will automatically knock out Mousehold. Thank you for being faster. And now Sleep Powder will go into that slot. And it'll fail, because it avoided the attack. Rock Slide with a Terra boosted variant will not KO, but it'll get pretty close. It's about half. Okay, so sleeping right now isn't going to be the option. Instead, we're going to go ahead and get set up with the Tailwind. And we're going to Sacred Sword this up into... I mean, should we do Ting-Lu? I mean, he is the problem. Rock Slide into both slots is pretty hard. But we're leaving Scizor open. Either one is terrible. Okay, we're going to Protect instead. He withdrew Ting-Lu, which is good. We don't have to worry about him anymore. Bring out Screamtail. All right, cool. I will then go ahead and protect myself. They will Bullet Punch to knock out Jumpluff. I didn't get the Tailwind off. I thought I would be able to, but Bullet Punch is priority, so I can't really do anything about that. But we will come in with the Gyarados. The Screamtail is a little bit of a problem. I won't lie. And we're going to drop their attack by 1 stage. And we'll go ahead and taunt the Screamtail and Sucker Punch the Scizor. Sucker Punch will go into that slot. We'll drop it to half. Bullet Punch into Qian Pao. We'll get the KO, unfortunately. Now, Scream Tail is going to be faster, but it'll do Howl to go up one stage. So they're at normal now. But now I talked. So now Scream Tail can't do any of that nonsense. It looks like we're going to go in 2 and 3 for this one. I have a feeling that we may lose. But we'll do our best, for sure. But we're going to knock off whatever Scream Tail's holding. Scizor will protect, which is a good move. Play Rough will go into the Great Tusk, which will do quite a bit of damage. And it will drop its attack. It's unfortunate. Knock Off will come in. Do a little bit of damage, but it knocks off the Citrus Berry. And Waterfall, unfortunately, will go into protected attack. Dang. So now we're going to Waterfall into that slot. It's best not to Terra. Actually, it might be best to Terra. No, we're going to Dragon Dance and Protect. I think that's the best option here. He's flying. Gyarados is flying. He's also water, so Bullet Punch may not do a whole lot. Bullet Punch will go into the Great Tusk slot. And what are you going to do, Scream Tail? Play Rough also into that slot. Interesting. But now I get a free turn just to Dragon Dance and do Gyarados things. It's so funny. I love bringing in Pokemon to do their things. So attack and speed +1. And we're going to go ahead and just Waterfall the Scizor. And we're going to Headlong Rush the Scream Tail. Bullet Punch into Great Tusk. Won't do a lot. Waterfall into Scizor will get the KO. Here comes Play Rough. Yep. Into that slot. We'll drop Great Tusk down to 15 HP. He will barely survive, but here comes Headlong Rush, which will barely not get the KO. Oh, come on, game. You should have just given me that. And shook off Taunt. That's cool. I don't think it matters at this point. Here comes the Ting Lu with the rock and all that. We could focus primarily on the Ting Lu, and I think we'll get the KO. We'll try that. Waterfall goes right into the Ting Lu, drops him a little less than half. He will disable to get that Waterfall taken off of Gyarados, which is totally fine. We now do Headlong Rush, which will just barely not KO the Ting Lu. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, why? Why? Alrighty, so we are disabled from using Waterfall for 5 turns. Ouchies. We're gonna also go ahead and protect. Play Rough will go into the Gyarados slot. Won't do a whole lot. And Rock Slide will come out of Ting Lu, which will also not do a whole lot. I can't attack, so we are kind of left standing in a weird, awkward position. Well, we're okay for the most part. Like I said, I don't think we'll get the dub from here. If Great Tusk was able to knock out Pokemon and not leave them at like 1 or 2, it would have been better. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Citrus Berry will come in to raise our Gyarados back over to the green. Rock Slide will now come out and we'll miss because why not? We're gonna go ahead and protect as trying to outlive this this disable nonsense, but I'm now +2 in 2 of my stats. It's gonna be a lot harder to deal with now. Now, if I had Surf here, that would be perfect, but I don't. Maybe an AoE's use on Gyarados might be useful. I still have Disable for one more turn, so we'll go ahead and taunt Screamtail, because why not? So if it was gonna do anything else, it wouldn't be able to. Play rough into that slot. Now, come on. Miss Rock Slide. Yes! Rock Slide misses again. Let's go. And we're gonna go ahead and which one do I want to do? See, this is where like Snarl would like kick in like a lot right now, because I can knock out both of these guys in one hit. Oh, come on. I mean, Screamtail is he's taunted. He can't disable. So I'm gonna take out Ting-Lu. Jump Love, come back. Pollen Puff me real quick and then die again. Play rough into that slot, drops him down to 4. Oh, this is a one-on-one? Oh, we did this! We won! We won! Oh my god! We barely won this! Oh, wow! Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, we did it! Pokefans alike, we barely took that one. We barely took that. My god. Okay. My god. There we go. We're gonna quit. I'm gonna go back in and see if it updates now. And it does, as it should. We are 7-7. This should be something different, because we should be at 15 matches and not 14. So, fudge. Okay. Snarl on Gyarados? Question mark? Just for that thing. Like, even Surf might have been like really, really good there. But my god. Thank you, Gyarados, for surviving as long as you have. These fights are intense. Oh, okay. All right. So that's going to be it for me today. This video will be edited and rendered out to you guys to be later on today, which is Saturday. You guys should have already gotten a video earlier today, so I'm hoping that the double upload will make up for the time loss that the time loss that I had suffered for the preview. And again, I apologize for that, but sometimes it just happens. But dang. With that game loss, we would have been, well, no, we would have been back down to 0 in Ultra Ball, because we lost the first 2 games. There's no way to get that back, but not bad. Now we're going to start tweaking the team a little bit officially to change Terra types and see what really works. I know in that last match, having someone that is resistant to like Ting-Lu, but Gyarados with water typing kind of makes Rock Slide not as effective. Not being able to withstand like play roughs from Screamtail, even though that it was I don't think it was -1. I think it was just neutral, because he was only able to get off 1 howl and just really had to focus on getting Gyarados off the field to really do anything more. So that was really interesting. But we will start playing around with Terras and see what's a little bit better for the team. We will look at the Pokemon that I wrote down earlier, which is Dosbuns, Alucha, and Armarouge. And I will also be looking at Iron Valiant as well to see what their speed tier is. I know Shadow Sneak isn't really a reason to look at them, but we're gonna just take a look and see where we could maybe improve in case if they show up again. For the main types though, we just need to be able to outspeed Fluttermane, Iron Bundle, and Qianpao for sure. And for the most part, we do all of that with no problems whatsoever, as long as that we open up with Torkoal and Jump Off. So with that all being said, that's going to be the end video analysis for the team. We will come back on Monday with more Pokemon battles for you guys, and the details and everything like that should be released when the video starts. So Thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you did, dislike it if you didn't, leave a comment down below, and leave some suggestions that you guys would think about changing the team up. And if it was your decision, what would your decisions be? And subscribe if you guys want to see more content from me. Hit the bell if you guys want to keep up to date. I do release more content than just Pokemon, but it's very rarely at this point. I do have a couple of series that is coming to an end, so hopefully that will be to your guys' liking. And until Monday, I will see you all later. So have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and that's it. Have a good one. Peace.